I have discovered that language, culture, and society are closely connected. Language is not just for communication, it also reflects our beliefs, traditions, and way of life. Culture shapes how we think and act, while society is where people interact and share these ideas.
Now, let's proceed to relationship between the language and the society. So language and society are deeply connected to each other, with the way people speak often reflecting their cultural norms, their cultural backgrounds, their identity, and social ties. At the same time, society influences how language is used, how it evolves, and how it changes over time. Let's proceed to our three main content. We have language mirrors society, society shapes language, and language builds a connection. Let's proceed first to language mirrors society. It means that language reveals a person's cultural backgrounds, their identity, and their roots. For example, here in the Philippines, we have different dialects. We have Bisaya, Ilocano, Tagalog, Kapampangan, and Cebuano. Give you some example. In Tagalog, we say, "Kumusta ka na?" But in Cebuano, we say, "Kumusta man ka?" Now let's proceed to society shapes language. Society influences how language is used, evolves, and change over time. For example, on social media, new words emerge like ghosting, flex, some abbreviations like BRP, TYL, NGL, and GTG. It just means that when society change, the language evolve as well. Now let's proceed to our last main content. Our last main content is language builds a connection. Language builds a connection. Language helps to connect with other people. It also used to forming a social connection. For example, we use po and opo to show respect to elders, and we use language to communicate with other people, national or international. Alright, did you understand the relationship between the language and the society?
Yeah, so now let's proceed to the study of language and culture. But what is language means? So language is a system of communication that is used by many people to express their ideas and beliefs. While the culture, it refers to the beliefs, values, tradition, customs, or way of living. So language and culture are deeply connected because language expresses culture. So through language, people share tradition, values, and beliefs. Like for example, certain words or expression only exist in specific culture, showing what is important to them or how those culture and beliefs are very important for them. So at the same time, culture influences how language is used. So the way they treat others, they show respect, or how they show their emotions depends on their culture. So for instance, in some culture, people use formal language, while in some other cultures, they are more casual. So because of this, learning the language also means learning the culture behind it. So that is the relationship of language and the culture. I hope you understand and that enlighten you as well.
So now we will discuss the relationship between the culture and the society, wherein the culture and society are connected because culture develops within the society, and society is made up of people, and culture is their shared way of life. culture can influence how society functions. It affects traditions, norms, and of course the behavior of the people. For example, the cultural beliefs of the people can influence on how they celebrate events, how they treat people or other people, and as well as how they follow rules. And at the same time, society can change the culture. As people interact with other people or experience new ideas, culture can evolve. That is why culture is not fixed. It changes over time depending on their society. And that is the connection between the culture and the society.